Hey guys, Anders here, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going over a very interesting topic. This is a question that I get asked probably in the order of 100+ times a week during my live streams and comment section on YouTube combined. Will Battlefield 2042 ever come back from the dead, or do I think it will ever come back from the dead? And this is a more complex question than it might seem on the surface. And I'll obviously elaborate on that as I go further into the video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button and, of course, subscribe to the channel. I post videos almost every single day. I find something interesting to make a video on. Join the Discord, see a lot of you guys joining in there, causing chaos in the general chat. Love to see it. So, I mentioned earlier this question is a little more complex than it might seem on the surface, because I think for a lot of people it's going to be like, oh, no way, you know, there's absolutely no way, Battlefield 2042, complete garbage, will never come back. And you might be right, honestly. I think that's probably the popular opinion, and I was definitely in that same boat, and I think I still am slightly, but you can't ignore the recent things DICE has been doing over the past few months. And even I have had my perspective shift slightly in the direction where I'm kind of going, okay, things are kind of stacking up. The updates they're pushing out and the changes they're making do add up over time, especially when you're considering a bunch of updates that I would consider to be good all in a row. But when you're talking about, can Battlefield 2042 basically make a recovery, I think it's good to look at the past year of the game. Now, Battlefield 2042 definitely left probably the worst taste in people's mouths ever in AAA FPS gaming history. You could argue some games maybe are equal or potentially worse in some aspects, but there is no debate that 2042 left people speechless in the wrong way. And as a result of that, you are inevitably shrinking your game's player base from the get-go. If you release something as low quality as Battlefield 2042 was on release, you are simply not going to reap the rewards of a healthy game. Now, with that being said, I did mention the good stuff that they've been doing over the past few months. Obviously, the amount of content is still abysmal compared to previous titles, and I don't think anyone will ever be satisfied with that. But another inevitability is the fact that if you keep doing a bunch of good things over and over and over and over again, you will eventually make the game better. And that is actually what DICE has been doing over the past few months. They've just been updating the game slowly, albeit, but inevitably the game will improve, the content amount will increase, and there's more stuff to do, there's more weapons, there's more maps, the game quality increases, there's more vehicles. And I think maybe in 6 months' time, Battlefield 2042, especially if these free-to-play December trials go well, it could be on the upslope. Now, do I think we're going to see a Battlefield 4 level comeback? Absolutely not. I think Battlefield 2042 will slowly recover over time to a mediocre player count. If you look at the updates, the player count has very slowly increased on average. No massive increase in spike on average, but I do think there's one thing Battlefield 2042 could do to make the game vastly more successful, and this is something that I've asked for a long time, and it's make the game free to play. Obviously, that will make people extremely angry that paid for the game, but guess what? Fuck it. DICE is absolutely going to be paying attention to the metrics during these December free-to-play sessions coming up, and if they look at the numbers and they see a great opportunity, I think if they were smart, they would absolutely make the game free-to-play. It would only be a positive effect on the game, in my opinion. Now, with all that being said, there is still the very obvious massive elephant in the room, which is the fact that the amount of content is absolutely abysmal and it doesn't hold people's interest. All you have to do is go onto the Steam player count to see direct evidence of this. You go and look at the average player count over a year. When there's a massive spike, that's when an update happened. And then it slowly goes down back to the average player count, levels off, and then there's another big update. Oh shit, there's another spike. Then it slowly goes back down. So it's very obvious people come play the game, go, oh, that's cool, and then basically just don't play it anymore. And this is why I think Battlefield 2042 could heavily benefit from free-to-play. What free-to-play does is it's essentially just a hard, flat player count increase. Because there's no paywall to try the game, there's a bunch of people coming in to try it, and there's a bunch of people leaving after they've tried it, or sticking around after they've tried it. The fact of the matter is, people don't want to pay for Battlefield 2042, and this goes for really any game. If you make it free, people will come. Now, before this video gets too long, I just have to say that if Battlefield 2042 stays on its current course, I do think that the game will improve over time, but I don't think the game will make a massive comeback, barring any sort of insane announcement like the game being free to play, or the game having, like, you know, some crazy DLC they've been working on in secret with some other studio, having like 7 maps on one thing. It needs something huge for it to spike player counts and actually make a real comeback. I don't think the seasonal content provided with Battlefield 2042 is enough to actually mount such a large comeback, and I don't think anything they have planned after Season 4 will result in any sort of massive jump in player counts. Again, it needs something huge. So before this video goes too long, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. That's pretty much where I stand on this issue. It's very complex. There's actually a lot of things to consider when you're talking about something like this, but overall, I just don't think that Battlefield 2042 has a Battlefield 4 miracle recovery in its life cycle. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Would love to read all of those. Join the Discord, link in the description, and of course, follow your boy on Twitch, twitch.tv/enders, first link in the description. I stream every single day. Love to see some of you guys there. And follow me on Twitter, you know. Yes, I bought the blue checkmark just to test it out, okay? Don't judge me, I already canceled it, okay? See you later.